What have you been jamming since the last podcast episode?
Oh man. So you heard of Nippa?
Spell it.
Nippa?
No.
He's a UK R&B singer. He has a song with Larry June that came out recently, but he put out an EP as well this weekend. Mm-hmm. But I heard about him like last year. He had like a song called Reverse. It was pretty cool, and I was like, I'm gonna check him out. But he put out an EP, 10 minutes long, like 5 tracks, really quick, to the point. I have nothing bad to say about it. It's pretty good. He's a part of this hood R&B thing that people saying, but he's not. To me, he's not a hood dude. He just got braids. He's light skinned, and his guys in the back of him look tough. But I'm like, yeah, I'm like, they're from the UK, so like, not saying y'all not tough, cause y'all stab them up. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, but but like one thing about him, like nothing really stands out about him as a singer, but he's okay. He's you know when a lot of people from over there when they sing, they still sound like American to me.
Yeah, I always thought that because LMA to me is like the biggest one out of all of them. Yeah. I'm just like, I would have thought you was from America.
Yeah, and I like she spent time in America as well. Mm-hmm. But like with Nippa, he's cool. He has one line, and I'm like, he was like, you my honey sweet tea, my sweet honey iced tea, and I'm like, I thought y'all don't like iced tea over there. I thought y'all like all y'all tea hot. So I'm like, I guess there's a little bit of the American culture coming out, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But anyways, like overall out of the 5 tracks, it's cool. You know, I wasn't disappointed when I listened to it. It's nothing. I don't want to get my 10 minutes back because I listened to it. It's 10 minutes. It's so short. I listened to it like 3 to 4 times. Like it's quick, just like that. So if y'all want to check it out, Nippa, he's not like huge right now. Like he's up and coming. Good song with Larry June. It's pretty dope. Larry had a little cool verse. I think they actually shot a video to it as well. So check it out, Nippa. And the EP is called INDUSTREETS. Like industry, but INDUSTREETS.
No, I get it. That's what I'm just like. I think, was that a good one? I'm like, nah, not really hitting for me.
Hey, yo, check him out. Nippa. His name is trash. That's what that name is trash.
Sound like nipple. Yeah. But yeah. I guess the first project I have, because I do have 2 discographies to get into in this episode, but first project I listened to was Life of a Don by Don Toliver. To me, this is his best project that he has out. And, I wanted to listen to this to get a notion or, get a feel again for Don Toliver and see like, oh, am I going to be really hyped for Hearthstone Psycho? Because I have been enjoying the singles for it. But I was like, let me listen to this one more time and see if maybe that album could beat this one. And I was just like, I don't think he's going to make an album better than Life of a Don. I'm sorry. Life of a Don is just so good, so smooth. And to me, it has a bit more identity for him as an artist than Hearthstone Psycho does. We're going to talk about Hearthstone Psycho later, but overall, I really do enjoy Life of a Don. The first, 10 tracks, I think, up to the track where he gets with Kali Uchis, perfection.
Yeah, it's just perfection. I never even heard that album.
This Life of a Don.
Told you I haven't heard a Don. Like, I knew some songs off a few of the albums, but all I knew is Donnie Womack or whatever.
And see, I kind of think you needed the growth, well, not the growth, but the transformation of who Don Toliver is, because from Donnie Womack to, I think, Heaven or Hell, then it's Life of a Don, then Lovesick. That's his last album before Hearthstone Psycho. I did not love Lovesick.
That's the one with the heart on the cover?
Yeah, I think so. He's like in a diner or whatever. Yeah. I hated that album. I hated it. He's like, oh, this is supposed to be like futuristic R&B. Yeah, no. Let's leave that in the past. And he obviously did, because he didn't try to do that sound again. Yeah. So yeah, Life of a Don, I think is Don Toliver's best album still to date. But like I said, we'll talk about Hearthstone Psycho later. What's your next project you've been listening to?
My next project, what have I been listening to? I'm trying to go off the dome, but I'm going to have to look at this Spotify. Okay, I listened to some stuff that, that it's older albums. I don't know, I got in a Babyface Ray mood, bro. So I jammed Summer's Mind. This is LP that came out last year.
That's one that sounds like V's, right?
You mean V's sound like it? What do you mean?
I don't know who was out first. On, man, I listen to way more V's than I do Babyface.
Yeah, but V's is he's more nonchalant, but Babyface is nonchalant as well. But I feel like Babyface, you can hear him clearer than V's. Sometimes V's just mumbling.
True. Yeah. But also, Babyface Ray was on that song with Brent Faiyaz off the Larger Than Life EP.
I'm pretty sure he's
the one with the sample. Damn, I forgot the name. I belong to you. Yeah. That song. Yeah, because I was like, he sound like V's.
V's sound like Babyface. Anyway, that's his little homie. Mm-hmm. But Babyface Ray, he's dope, bro. I don't know. I just went back. I listened to his first. I listened to his EP. His mixtape, and then I went to Summer's Mind, the album he put out last year. Bro, really good flows, dope witty bars, just funny stuff. And then with Babyface, he talk like gangster stuff, but he don't in a way. Like, I don't know, it's in a way like he'll say something, but he's like, I don't believe you like that. You know what I mean? But it's like, I know he's around those type of dudes, and it's not like it's not the type of, you know how Detroit rap is, bro. Like, they funny.
He's from Detroit?
Yeah, he's in Detroit.
Okay, that makes sense why him and V something.
Yeah, so like he had V's has a dope verse on that. Dang, what's that one song called? But no, anyways. But Some of Mine, it's like one of them albums that nobody really talked about last year like that. And like going back, and it's like really good tracks, man.
Is he a mainstream artist?
Some Babyface.
Does he have a hit?
Like not like a hit that been on the radio like that, but he has internet hits, you know, like viral hits, like V's have viral hits, you know what I'm saying, but not like radio hits. They kind of in the same like bracket because I feel like a lot of them, they don't really have the identity to like. A few of them stand out because I feel like they all have like that same flow that make you laugh. And with Summer's Mind, it has some cool little like, you know, upbeat tracks. Not upbeat, as upbeat a Detroit rapper can get. And he has this one track on there. It's just like I Can't Rap Forever. He's like mumbling. It's just so fire. It's like at that effect when you get in the car and you just like, yo, I'm hard. Even though it's like he just talking about like I gotta do this. I can't rap forever. And the beat just so the beat just so fire to me, bro. It just put me in that mood. And I-75 is another track that's just one of my standout tracks on there. It's a feeling. Be like, I don't know, Detroit rappers put you in a feeling. Even the Flint, I'm gonna shout out y'all too. They put you in like a feel like being like cool as well. Even though it's funny at the same time, you know what I'm saying? So Summer's Mine by Babyface Ray. If y'all not Babyface Ray fans, check him out. He's cool, bro. He's been around for a minute now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a real buzz, like, kind of big buzz in, like, 2020, I want to say. But Babyface Ray, bro. Summer's Mine.
All right. Next project I listened to, and I did not know this came out, and I was looking forward to it because this guy was a sensational viral hit on TikTok. He's been making his rounds on all these little collaborations and all these little things or whatever. And I listened to JP's Coming Out Party mixtape or project, whatever it is. You know what JP is. You ever told the chick, I got cheese? Yeah, so I listened to his
He put out a mixtape?
Yeah, so, or album or whatever. You know, he has projects before, but, you know, because of all the virality and the success that he's had with Bad Bitty, you know, he's been trying to come out with newer songs to kind of like pop like that. But also, you know, he came out with a project. You know, he's like I said, he's been making his rounds. And so I listened to the project because he has a lot of hype behind him. Because you know, he did his Genius interview, and you know, people were like, "Oh, he can actually sing," because there was one video of him just walking on the street and he was singing. Yeah, and then you know, he was on his Genius interview and he was really like talking about how he was a But you know, he was talking on the Genius interview, and you know, everybody's like, "Oh, he's a musical genius. He's gonna be up next," because he was talking about
how sounds and stuff and notes afflicts the body. Yeah, that's.
And true. I listened to the album; it doesn't reflect that. But
he don't. Yeah,
and that's the thing. A lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, he's a musical genius." I think y'all put way too much on him way too early because. Yeah, you could be a musical genius, but not everybody that's made a hit song is a musical genius, especially beforehand. I'm pretty sure 50 Cent was not a musical genius when he made In the Club. Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, like with JP, I know, like, I watched the interview of him. Like, he just want to know, like, he's making that Milwaukee sound music. He's still in college, really, like 20. He's so young. Like, yeah, he has, like, knowledge, because I think he said he used to sing in church. But I don't think he's going to, I don't think the point of his life. Major. Yeah. He's not trying to be like this musical genius that people want him just because they hear him hit some notes and talk about how notes affect people. Yeah, he's want to make songs that make people move. And they mix poorly, you know.
That, and like I said, I heard the project because I wanted to give it a try because I just wanted to see where I honestly thought he was going to stay in the range of Bad Bitty the whole album, and I would have enjoyed that. But you know, at the beginning of the album, I'm just like, and the first song was mixed horribly. It was mixed horribly.
He go home and record them himself on his laptop.
Oh, it sounds like it, that first track. The second track, I was like, all right, it's cool. But then once you get to the middle of the actual, it's not a long project. The project's like maybe 20, 30 something minutes. And, you know, when you get to the middle, I'm like, all right, this is more of an upbeat vibe that I kind of wanted. I wish there was more songs akin to Bad Bitty, which I was assuming was going to happen because I'm like, dang, I know he can't recreate it, but you didn't even try to, like, re-emulate that. And there's some songs that kind of try to teeter towards that, but it never, like, hits that right there. So
that's magic.
Yeah. And so I feel like he should have started the album off, like, track-wise with Bad Bitty, and every song after Bad Bitty should have just been the rest of the project.
Did he have that one song he had that came out last year?
That was on, oh, no.
And he like, put that pretty on me.
Yeah, I think so.
That was on here. That was the first song I heard from him.
Video?
Yeah. On me.
Yeah, so he had that song. I was like, But then he has one song that has like the Slizzy song, the Cash Cobain like production. I'm like, oh, Cash Cobain collabed with him. Then I saw the production. I'm like, I'm like, this ain't real Slizzy. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, I'm like, it's kind of grooving at least a bit. Yeah. Then he has another song that I think he did a cover of. I forgot the country song, and it's a big one because I know it. And so he tried to do that. I'm just like, no, that's not hitting. And then I heard another track, like I said, the Slizzy one. I'm like, all right. I think he did an On the Radar freestyle. Yeah. I mean, not freestyle, a premiere of it. And he did 2 songs. Horrible.
He had like violins in the back and all.
He had 2 songs. Okay. So he had one song, and then there was another song. It was one of them songs. The one with the Slizzy B is the one I liked. The one with the little like, I liked that one. I didn't like the other one, though. The other one, I'm just like, this one kind of feels like it's reaching. Yeah. And also, the album cover is kind of ugly. Yeah, it's very ugly.
Like with him, like especially like his marketing and like him rapping off like freaking backyard, what it's called, backyardigans. Them little like he raps off cartoon beats and stuff. They sample. So? That's what he be doing. He actually sample them. He sample like you go to his YouTube channel and you see him like sampling all these like cartoon theme songs and that's what he rap off of. Like I don't take him seriously. Like I feel like he has a lot of growth to do, especially musically. But yeah, I just know how he is. Like especially with that. You saw the stuff with him in his past.
Yeah. So I was following him at that time, right before that stuff popped off, and I honestly thought it was just gonna kick, like put a real wrench in his momentum. No, he doesn't care. But people that were supporting him, I thought that would matter. Him being seen with a white girl put more a wrench in his momentum more than that bi thing did, which is crazy to me. I was like, yo, black people, y'all gotta stop. Oh, he's bi? Oh, okay. White girl? Oh, can't support him. It's like, he's suddenly very unattractive. I'm like, what the F? I'm like, all right, dog. Y'all got it. But yeah, JP, I do want to see where he goes from here because I like to give these artists a chance and try to see where they're at and kind of see where they could go. But I wasn't expecting too much with this, and I didn't get too much, but there is like 1 or 2 tracks from here that I was like, okay, I enjoy.
How many tracks are on, like 9 or 10?
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe less. But I mean, it was a very short project. A lot of the songs feel very bare bone, very skeleton at points. He feels like he tries to do too much. Yeah. But also not enough. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, JP, I'm trying to see where you're going with this. Yeah. I did want to check it out. I also don't like the fact that it's called Coming Out Party. There's so many meanings behind that, especially with him. Yeah. And it is Pride Month.
Oh my God. What you want to do, little baby. You want to get down. All right. So another thing, I don't know if I talked about this, but this is an album I've been listening to like a lot. I've been listening to it since it came out. But Absolutely by Dijon. I don't know if I probably talked about him as the artist.
It sounds familiar.
But yeah, but he's like, he does R&B, but he put out this YouTube video of like him like recording his album, like actually performing his album like with friends and stuff like that, like at an Airbnb or somewhere in LA. Like it was on set. They weren't even at Airbnb, I'm bugging. It was like on set or something. But anyways, this album, it's an R&B album. It's amazing, bro. Like this dude vocally he's really good. And then like how they performed it is like live. So you really feel the instrumentation, you feel the emotions and everything. And like he has like some songs on here that's like got really good hooks. And you can just tell like this guy right here who whenever he made this, he was in some pain from some of the women or whoever he into. I don't know. But
it's R&B?
Yeah, it's R&B. You know, little like indie R&B-ish, you know what I'm saying? He got like some upbeat, like I wouldn't say not poppy, but it's not pop. But it's like...
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. It's not pop, but it like...
It's not pop because it's not popular?
Nah. But I don't know. I can't explain it. But you should check him out. I think you probably like a few tracks on there. I don't know if it'll be your style, but I think there's some tracks on there. Well, his name or the album?
The name.
His name is Dijon.
Oh, I think you said
Dijon. Yeah, Dijon, yeah. But his album is called Absolutely. And it came out in 2021. I'm like... really anticipating another project from him because I've been listening to him probably since like 2015 because he used to have like a group he was with, a producer, and they used to put out stuff on SoundCloud. So I've been following him for a while, and then like he popped up out of nowhere just dropping like loosies just under his name and not with his producer. So yeah, man, he's really dope. Check him out, Dijon. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure y'all seen that music video that he put out. I'm just saying, like, that video is like, it's one of them videos that's like, hey, yo, let me show my girl this. She gonna think I'm cool.
All right, and last album before I get into my discography dives, Skaiwater, hashtag GG. This is a.
That's the one I said I was going to listen to. Yeah, I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, I know. I already know. Because I listened to it once, I'm like, yeah, let me not bring this one back up to conversation.
Yeah, it was bad, me.
It's just, and I want to preface this right now. This doesn't have to do with his gender. This doesn't have to do with his sexuality, because he is non-binary or whatever.
Is that the guy from the UK?
I don't know where he's from, but I heard of one of his
like
songs.
a Rap Radar?
I don't know. I don't watch Rap Radar enough to say that. But he's a guy that he had a really viral song that girls were making TikToks to, and then we can talk it up.
And what's his name?
Can't we? Skaiwater, SKAI, and then water, like like a drink of water altogether, right? And so I listened to that song. I listened to the remix with Uzi, and I enjoyed both of those songs. But I guess I just didn't know what to expect with this project, hashtag GG. And to me, the sound is all over the place. Feels very disjointed.
Yeah, this guy.
I'll say that this is definitely. He's from the UK.
I believe so.
This is definitely younger people music. So it's going to be hard for me to judge. But also, just as a body of work, this doesn't do anything for me. I know a lot of women.
I don't know.
I know a lot of women were like, tweeting saying,
yeah.
He just say something. I got a pretty P word. I'm just like, I'm glad I couldn't hear that.
He's like Young Thug on like steroids. You know how Young Thug was super sus?
Yeah.
I think he's like, I'm sus.
But he's not binary. So he doesn't really fall.
Yeah, I know. He's still sus.
By those standards.
He's sus.
I don't think they have that. Can you have that?
To us?
For us, yes.
Yes.
I meant for him. Okay. Yeah. No, Young Thug should know that what he was doing was sus. I don't care what that was sus. You have a whole girlfriend, son. You were sus. Calling people bae and everything. No. But yeah, Skaiwater, like I said, this doesn't have to do with his sexuality because I really don't care about that.
Fact.
Especially as I get older. I just find myself detaching more from these artists in terms of like me being interested in
what they do.
Not their personal life, but like what they do outside the music. And I'm just like, like some people I'm interested in like in the process of how they made the music. But him, like I said, this is like young people music. And to me it's more akin to like a Tana.
Yeah.
Who I really enjoy. I don't know why
Santana.
I really enjoy him. Yep.
Baby Santana.
I really enjoy his music. But I don't know why. Skaiwater, I guess maybe the production. He had a little Nas X feature on here. I couldn't tell who was who on that song. But yeah, this sound was all over the place on this album. It was barely audible to me. And at some points, I just started tuning it out. And that's why I was like, I'm not going to bring this up again to see if you was going to listen to it.
I'm not going to listen.
So I was like, this project, I might have to give it another listen or two. It could have been like a funk I was in that day when I listened to it. But like I said, I just started tuning the album out. And it was just background music. And I'm like, what the F am I listening to right now? And I'm just like, I can't wait for this to be over. And it's like only 20 or 30 minutes, but it's not, like I said, I don't think it's bad. Like, a lot of young people will like the sounds that come from this. Yeah. But for me, this just wasn't for me. Yeah. I'm just an old man now. I'm on. So, that was my last album before I get into my deep dive.
Right,
so
I got two more albums. The next album I listened to this a few weeks ago, like when it came out, but I re-listened to it last week. Serengeti. No, his name's Serengeti. Oh. The album is called, I just freaking missed the album. The album is called KDIV. KDIV or KDI, I don't know.
KDIV could be like something 4.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Is that the fourth one? Is that a 4th installment in his series?
Bro, I don't know. I know who Serengeti is, but I don't listen to him. This is the first album I ever listened to by him, so I don't know the lore. Let me see. I don't see no KD2 or nothing like that. Kenny Dennis. Oh, I guess so. Kenny Dennis 4. Cause look, he has a Kenny Dennis 3. So yeah, that's probably 4. Yeah. Dang, I feel stupid now. I should have done that. That's numeral.
But if you don't do discography dives like that, so
I do.
No, I'm saying like that for like this type of thing weekly. So
yeah, I don't. No.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, I've been knowing who he was for years. I just never checked out his music till a guy.
Rap or R&B or like
he rap. He's rap.
Okay.
So, but he's like off kilter, like underground, like ish. I think he's. Nah, not like that. He's more like a open mic eagle type of rap. I think he's actually from the Chicago area. I could be wrong about that as well. But I think he has a Middle Eastern background. But with this album, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's a little funky production. Like, production's good. But his rhyme patterns are different because he could say like, dot, 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 dot. Dot, 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 dot. Like, it goes different places, and I know it's not probably for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't recommend this to like you. You probably wouldn't like it. But he has some really good songs on here, and sometimes he can rap like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but it's intentional, you know? So it's like he starts off a song like, you never ate the jar nar. You never ate the jar nar. You never did jar nar. Jar nar. And it's like,
Does it sound good?
That to me it threw me off the first time I heard it, but like after a while I got kind of used to it. But it's not like unlistenable. Mm-hmm. I think it takes a certain ear to like this type of music because it is kind of like
it's an acquired taste.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. It's not like avant-garde or nothing like that, but
I don't know what that means. But
yeah, it's just abstract, I guess. But like, I don't know if y'all want to check out some like indie rap music. Serengeti is pretty cool. Like, it's not nothing I'm like finna. Oh, album of the year. Like, it was cool. Listen, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't bad. He kind of tells a story. I see, like, I need to know the lore because he has like skits, and the skits is like, I think told from a perspective of one of his homies, and his friend is just like, yeah, I had to do this Netflix show, and then so and so was getting the area. He told me to come to Minnesota. I went to Minnesota. Da 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 da. So it's like a story told, and I don't know. I'm like thrown into this story. So maybe I might have to do a deep dive one day into his discography. It looks a little like overwhelming. Like he has a lot of projects because he's been putting out music since like I've been hearing about this dude since like I graduated high school around like 2012ish. Like I know who he was, but I never listened to none of his stuff. But Serengeti, Kenny Dennis 4. Now I know it. I said KDIV. I feel like an idiot. Yeah, check it out.
I forgot I do have one more project. Okay. So, this weekend I got 2 vinyls in. Schoolboy Q's Oxymoron and Project Pat's Layin the Smackdown.
Yeah, the one out,
yeah. So I had to get that. And so, I re-listened to the album because to me, Project Pat has a nice 3-album run from Getty Green, Mr. Don't Play, and Layin the Smackdown with that iconic 3-6 Mafia sound and Memphis dark sound that they was doing back then. And so to me, it's the weaker of the 3 projects of that run. But I still do really enjoy it because it does have some great standouts. Like from the actual first track, the song Choose You with the Willie Hutch sample that UGK used.
Yeah, I know.
And the song that's really popular on TikTok, She Gonna Take the Charge. I mean, there's some standouts on there. I will say, like I said, though, this is the lesser of those 3 albums. But that still doesn't mean that this is a bad album overall. Yeah. It's still a nice 3-album run. But you can tell that the quality, or at least the fire that Project Pat had, it was kind of dwindling down just a tad bit. And, there was in that whole 3-6 Mafia, let's promote our albums, so-and-so at the end. I'm just like, I get it for the novelty of the oldness, but
you got so-and-so coming up.
On Spotify, it's the 2-disc, and I'm just like, I don't need this. But I did buy the vinyl, so it made me want to listen to the album again, even though I heard the album last year. I think I did a Project Pat 3P run last year, because I usually just, those albums are just so great. Getty Green, Mr. Don't Play, just so great. So
I grew up listening to them, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the only one I heard growing up was Mr. Don't Play.
Yeah, my stepdad knew, man, Getty Green, all that stuff. All right, so my last album, I think I have another one, but I think I'm just gonna I'll just talk about this one. Slideshow.
By who?
Sideshow, that's the guy.
Oh.
He put out an album called F.U.N. T.O.Y. I should have just said F.U.N. T.O.Y. by it, but it's like an acronym for something. I don't know. But anyways, Sideshow. I don't know what I'm saying. Slideshow.
Like Sideshow.
Like Sideshow. Yeah, like Sideshow. I think he's from Minnesota, and I know he has like Etrian bloodline or whatever. I think he is.
What was that? African?
Yeah, it's in Africa. Yeah, but he's I think he's born and raised in the U.S. of A. You know what I'm saying? But he's affiliated with like Earl, Mike, and all them type of guys. So he has that similar sound, but he also has his own voice as well. I got hip to him in 2021. This album, I played it a few times. He usually put out like short projects. I'm gonna see how long this one's running. It's probably like 28 to 30 minutes. Let me see. It's actually 31 minutes. 17 songs, but real short.
31 minutes, 17 songs?
Really
Jesus,
short. And he
that's
has
like
skits.
Burning Desire by Mike.
Yeah, I'm saying he like in that same.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's 17 songs?
Yeah.
31 minutes? Jesus.
Yeah.
These songs some have to be just seconds.
Yeah. Because he have some little skits and stuff in between. But the album is pretty cool. Like, he's not one of them guys I highly recommend. He falls into that same genre. Like, I really can't tell you like what stands out about him. He's just some guy you could put on and be like, oh, that was cool. That's straight. I like this beat. I like his flow on this beat. Because one thing about him, he really can catch a pocket and that with his flow and his voice. But other than that, It's an album I listen to. It's nothing that I might go back. I listened to it twice. I don't think I'm gonna listen to it again. He put out an album, the 2021 album. I will recommend this album. It was pretty good. No, it was 2020. Okay. Farley was a pretty good album. Like, I recommend y'all check this one out if you guys want to listen to Sideshow. And his album he put out in 21, Wicked Man Reprise. It's pretty good. That was a really good album as well. But this album here, you know, if you listen, when you start listening to him, you understand like this is his sound. It's nothing really to stand out. Like,
you said it's kind of like in the mic.
Yeah, in the mic. Yeah, kind of in that way. But he more closer to mic. He don't really have like, he's not really, he's more fast paced, you know what I'm saying? He talks about like little street stuff because I think he has a little ties, you know what I mean? He always was talking about free his homie, his best friend that was locked up. I think his name is Farley. I might be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong. But anyways, Sideshow, fun toy. Check it out. You know, I'm not, you know, don't shoot me like, yo, you said this was the best album ever. It's just the album I checked out because I'm familiar with the artist. Y'all check it out as well if you want. You don't have to. If you want to check it out, be just a feel. It's up to you.
I mean, I checked out the Mike and Wiki.
Yeah.
The Hard as a Rock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did talk about
Faith
that.
is a Rock?
Yeah, Faith is a Rock.
Yeah, or Rock is a Faith, whatever it's called. But yeah, that's all you have?
That's. Let me say something real quick. I might bring up something before you go on your deep dive. All right, I will bring up something that was pretty cool. So, me and my girl, we was like went on a little date or whatever, and like this song played called the Feel, and I'm like, yo, this sounds familiar, but it was about a guy I actually know, RC. He's actually he's was in my auntie's band or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, I know this guy. Like, I'm looking at him like I know him, and he has this whole little group, and I've been playing them, bro. They pretty dope. So if y'all want to check out like some jazzy stuff, if y'all into like Robert Glasper or anything like that, RC and the Gritz, it's pretty dope, bro. Like, you know,
Gritz
local guy,
good.
yeah. But it's like really jazzy. It's really dope, bro. Like, man, I was really like, yo, this is crazy. And this album came out in 2016 when I was actually jamming, but I never knew he had his own like band. I didn't know. He gets it in, man. He gets it in. RC and the Gritz, man, check it out. This guy actually gave me some type of like, when I was like 18, young dude, didn't know what I was doing. He kind of gave me a little wisdom, a little words of encouragement. You know what I'm saying? So check out his.
Did it work?
Yeah, when I got older, when I started like now the stuff that people say to you when you was younger, it like when you get older, you like, oh damn, that's what you meant. But back then you like, pew, right out ear into the other one, like you don't care. But RC the Gritz, like that's the band. Just check them out. They're pretty dope. And he's a producer. I think he plays like multiple instruments, multi-talented guy. You know what I'm saying? Check him out. I just shout him out. You know, you looked out for me one time. Look out for you.
Hey, I can respect that.
Yeah.
But it's time to get in my deep dives. I got to do these weekly deep dives of me just going into these artists. And this month, it's all about the women.
Yeah.
Why I make this the month about women? It's Pride Month? I don't know. But last week, I did Doja Cat. So if you want to listen to that, go listen to last week's episode. This week, I did 2 discographies. Flo Milli and Meg Thee Stallion. Hoo-wee. And also, it's Nat season. I hate the goddamn Nats. But I don't know who I want to talk about first.
I say, which one has the shorter discography?
Oh, Flo Milli, easily. She only has 3 projects.
Well, go into her last.
Okay.
That's good.
So let's start off with Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I listened to all her albums, or at least all the projects that's on streaming, because I wasn't doing no deep dive and trying to really go on live mixtapes and trying to see what she got.
She put out her sophomore year in
college. Yeah, I'm not doing that. And so I went to her earliest project that's on streaming, but the first thing I listened to was Traumazine, which is her latest album. I listened to it, and I've seen a lot of people say, oh, this is her best album. I'm like, is that really saying
It came out this year?
It came out 2 years ago, 2022. And I listened to it, and I'm like, I'm just going to get the stereotypical, I'm a hot girl, he's going to eat my cat, I'm going to use him for his money, I don't date broke Negroes, you B-words ain't F with me, my butt's fat. I thought I was going to get that.
Yeah.
First track came in, I'm like, okay. I'm like, she's coming hard. The production is also really good as well. Second track, a feature with Key Glock. I'm like, this is surprisingly good as well. The third track came in, I forgot the name of it, but I'm like, I'm jamming.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa. This is actually good right now. She's doing as good as she does rapping wise. Fourth track came in. Her and Lotto. I'm like, all right. I feel like I know what I'm gonna get when I come into this song. Production wasn't that great. And I realize now when I was listening to Meg Thee Stallion, I don't really like these female rappers that have these deeper or more masculine tones when rapping. And so this song came on with Meg and Lotto. I think it's called Budget. You know, they both rapping.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, they sound way too alike. Like, they sound way too alike. Like, I never thought about it because I'm like, I hope I don't hear this track and they sound too
vocally
similar.
They sound like
Yeah, vocally they sound
content
very similar
as well.
Oh, of course. Oh, of course.
Dang, is Shay saying women don't have much?
We're gonna get into Flo Milli, and that will change. I mean, hey, I gave Doja Cat her credit, so last week. So hey, I'm not a misogynist.
Your favorite song on there is Wet Vagina as well.
Correct, and it's dripping too. So, the song was a stereotypical thing. I knew what was coming because I'm like, the song is called Budget. It's gonna be something about how, you know, it's their money or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm all right with that as long as the song is good. And she didn't do the typical girl power thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, this song is cool. I'm not really going to go back to it because that first 3-track run, I'll even count this as the 4-track run, was pretty solid. Then we get the rest of the album. I'm like, wow, you really went back into the megasms.
Damn.
And by the megasms, I mean, she raps about the stereotypical things all the time that these BBL era girls do. I'm the hot girl. He's addicted to my P word. Not every Negro can hit this. Yada, yada, yada. Wooty, wooty, whoop. And I'm just like, you gave me, and I get it. She did it in the first, like she does this every song.
Yeah.
But it's the way that she went about it in those first 3 to 4 songs, and the production was really, really solid on those first 4 songs. The rest of the album though, I'm like,
It was a chore.
I mean, going through this whole discography was the biggest chore I've ever been through, B. And so that after that, I'm like, and I heard some of these hits on TikTok, and I get it. I get this music. It's just, it's so hard for me to consider her a good artist when literally all she does is copy and paste the same type of song each album. And I get it. She's going to try and feed that mainstream audience. She's going to try and go for that radio hit. She's going to do that with almost every song on her album. But god dang, this gets tiring. It's just so bloated, B. I'm like, Meg. And then she has a song called Southside or Southern or Southside Royalty. Her, Sauce Walker, Lil Kiki, and I forgot who else on there. And Big Pokey.
Yeah.
That song was good too.
Yeah.
I'm like, Meg, literally everything before the album. And she even has a really bad sample of another song that I forgot the name of. It's called Flip Flop. And it's these songs where she tries to do the, I don't want to say introspective, but more personal songs. And because she has such a masculine and deep voice when she's doing all this rapping, she has all this bravado. So when you try to do this very personal song, she always tries to sound vulnerable, but very fragile and weak. And I'm like, I don't buy this. This doesn't feel real. And I can't say that she can do that because I do want her to do that more. But I kind of want her to do that rapping. I don't want you to do this in this soft girl voice because it's like, you can't do this soft girl voice, but then you gave me all these hard bars about how Negroes just want to eat my vagina and all that. I'm just like, no, like, and that's just Traumazine. And I had to say it like this. This is our best project. Well, this might be second best.
Yeah.
And so I went through the discography, like I said. I listened to Suga. It's an EP.
Yeah, I remember
I'm like, it has a song Savage on there, not the Beyonce remix one. But I listened to that. I'm like, this is cool. It's middle of the road for me. I'm not going to judge this as hard as an album. But I'm like, I'm getting the same thing every song. I'm like, okay. Then I'm listening to Good News, which I think is her debut project. It does have the Savage remix on there. Same thing. All over this album. I'm like, Jesus I'm like, sometimes I be thinking, can she really rap? Because I listen to her with those other Houston rappers. I'm like, no, she's in the same vein as them. She just is a woman and can make the hot girl-ish because it's hot right now.
Bitch, I'm a hot girl.
She does. It's just a girl version of what these Houston rappers are doing. So I'm just like, she raps well enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing extraordinary. And I'm not saying she got to be the best lyricist out there. But when you have such bravado, such high regard for yourself and saying, like, you one of the best people out here doing this, I expect a bit more. I don't expect the same radio song. I expect you to challenge yourself a bit more. And so she even has a song on here, which I got to talk about some of the Meg fans because I was watching the Rap Roundtable the other day, and they are very performative. That's what the Rap Roundtable said about Meg fans. They're very performative because they don't come out when they need to. And there's just certain things like when the Eminem Slim Shady thing, if I ask Meg for a feature, do you think I got a shot at the feet or whatever?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, you're talking about black women's trauma. It's not trauma B. You want to know why? Because she has bars in here kind of referring to that, like, oh, next time someone shoots me, I'm going to shoot them back. Yeah. Or, you know, saying something like, oh, so. You don't have to guess who shot me.
Yeah.
Ha! It's like one of those things where she kind of like does that, and I'm just like, we get it.
Right.
Tory, quote unquote, shot you. We don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. So
allegedly.
I'm not. So allegedly. I'm not taking sides, and I'm not putting that into a factor of me liking her music.
Facts.
Because me, I really don't care about that. But, you know, it's just one of those things where, like, it can't be that traumatizing if you talking about it in a braggadocious way. Talking about, oh, next time someone shoots me, I'm going to shoot him back.
Yeah.
Well, and she says it in a very braggadocious way. It's not like...
I wouldn't say she's not traumatized from it. Just cause
okay, so then...
Because a lot of rappers talk about when they got shot, I'm pretty that was really traumatizing towards them.
Yeah, it is.
No,
but like, how come no one else defends them when they talk about them?
Because you know why they defend them.
Nah, please tell me. Please tell me, people. Why y'all?
Because she's a woman. She's a black woman. And especially a white rapper made a joke about her trauma. Of course they're going to say about they're not going to say nothing about Jadakiss telling 50, you got to get shot 9 times to be rich. Like, they don't care because it's a diss. But, like, come on, bro. It ain't that deep. We worry about, when I say we, I mean black people. We worry about the wrong things.
I agree. You know but, like I said, she tried to flip that bar, and then she also tries to have a song later on. Oh, you know, when I try to tell the truth, no one believes me. And I'm just like, this sounds like a liar.
Yeah, but like...
I'm not saying she is, because I really don't care about that situation. Yeah, I don't wish harm against anyone. Yeah. But it just... You sound like...
Yeah, I just don't want to... Like I would want to critique it as much because she's just an entertainer. She's just a rapper. Because you can do the same thing with any rapper, bro. They do the same thing. Like,
no, I agree, but I'm talking about the fandom. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the fans. Because Megan's never came out and said, I'm really traumatized.
Fans are black women. We know how they act, bro. And I love y'all. I don't really have to say that I love y'all to say
some of y'all
critique y'all. No, I can say, I critique y'all and not tell y'all how much I love y'all. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I'm going to critique y'all. Y'all know, y'all pick and choose.
So, Good News was not a good album.
Good News the one with the newspapers?
Yeah.
Show me the cover to the
Traumazine is the best cover she has.
I don't even remember seeing that.
I forgot what song is on there, but she has like some songs on there. One of them sounds like a super pop song. Bro, I mean, technically they're all pop songs, but you know. But so next project I went into was Tina Snow, and this is when she was really bubbling and really got popular on the internet.
I remember that one.
Easily her best project.
Yeah,
easily. I was like, all right, the production is really solid. Her rapping ability is really good as well. I'm like, this is really solid. Like, I really don't have any complaints about this. Yeah. Will I go back to this? No, but if I wanted to put someone on the Meg, I put her on the Tina Snow and Traumazine. Yeah. So I was like, Tina Snow, and I get people say, oh, it's her alter ego or whatever. It's not really that much of a better alter ego. It's the same thing. It's not like it's Slim Shady versus Eminem and it's a different alter ego. Or, you know, Beyonce and maybe a Sasha Fierce. It's the same thing. I just think you get better production. So I need Meg Thee Stallion to just change her name to Tina Snow and just keep every album like that. But after that, I listened to Something for the Hotties, which is actually the first project I've ever heard of from Meg. Mm-hmm. This is one of the worst projects I've heard this year.
And then what year this came out? You heard it before, though.
Yeah, I heard it when it first came out.
So how is it the worst you heard this year? You already heard it.
Because it's still the worst thing I've heard this year.
Oh, my God.
It came out 2021.
Yeah.
And so it's the one with the devil on it.
I didn't know she put out all these projects.
This is a compilation project of like, and she labels half these songs freestyles. They the same goddamn it's literally the exact goddamn same thing. And she has some interludes from Texas rappers like Bun B is on there. Yeah. Paul Wall. She even does a disrespectful "Let Me See It." She gets that beat from the UGK album. Yeah. And she tries to like rap over it. I'm just like,
you see that she brought out Paul Wall now? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not gonna bring that.
She the only one that's showing love.
I'm about to say she's the only one that's showing love to Houston though. Yeah, so I'm about to say at least with her, she's showing love back to the city. Mm-hmm. Then I heard Fever. It's the same thing. It's a song with her and the baby on it. Yeah, that Cash-ish. Yeah, one of the worst things ever. And then I listened to her first project that's on streaming called Make It Hot. This project came out 2017. Yeah. And while this isn't bad, because I give her grace because this was very early in her career. It wasn't anything like to make me think, oh, she's going to be a star one day. So yeah, Meg Thee Stallion, very disappointing discography. I think she really has potential to come out with a really solid, great album. I mean, she kind of did with Traumazine. Yeah. It's just that she gets into those megasms, and I get it. You got to do the radio play stuff. Mm-hmm. But literally, you gave me 4 songs of something good, something different compared to what you usually do. But then you just F it all off. You just F the rest of it all off. I wanted to really like this. Cause I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a hater that turns into a fan. Yeah, I'm gonna like have the Doja Cat. Yeah. I didn't have it with this. I'm like, she could rap. she could flow on a beat well.
Yeah.
That's all I could say.
But the lyrics is really nothing of substance.
And I'm not saying she has to be the most lyrical rapper. She has to be the most substance-filled rapper. But god dang, each song just feels the same. Each song gives me the same vibe. Nothing changes among these songs. Her flow doesn't really change. Subject matter doesn't really change. She's from the goddamn exact same topics, same subject matter. If I did a drinking game to how many times she talked about how she was that B, I would have been drunk by like the second track of like one of these albums. Oh my gosh. But that's it. That's all I have to say for Meg. Like I said, I think she could really have a really good album, but I feel like the chance that she had with that is kind of already over. Because Traumazine did give me something different at the beginning, but it didn't really stick with me, and I hate that because I was like, maybe this is the album that's gonna make me a fan.
I don't think so. I think she has a lot because you gotta understand, like when it comes to women, a lot of them, you have to grow up, man. So it's good. I don't think she can continue.
You think she's ever gonna have a Lauryn Hill moment?
Well, Lauryn Hill was just Lauryn Hill before she started. I just think that she can probably get more introspective as she go through life. It's more because she's still in her 20s, late 20s at that. She got to experience a little more thing unite. She might have a family one day, might have some kids. So you might see her take a different direction. It might be a pop direction. It might take a Nicki Minaj direction, when she had all those like really big pop songs. So you just never know. I feel like if Megan Thee Stallion keep her steam up, keep the staying relevant, I think she could take another path.
I think if she took the pop star path, I would more so enjoy that.
Yeah.
Because she does have songs where she tries to do the pop star thing, and I'm like, I get it. I'm like, this isn't for me. And like I said, 1 to 2 songs of her being that B and all that, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I get it. But when you make the whole album the same exact goddamn thing, and there's no differentiating each song from each other, I'm like, the only thing differentiating is the order of the words. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's my problem.
Yeah, I know you have to critique it, but like I don't know, with music like this, it's just hard for me to actually like give it any type of really good review because it's there for what it is. Like it's like going to a Moneybagg Yo album and looking for some introspection.
But see, that's the thing though, and I thought that too at first. But like I said, I heard Traumazine the first 4 tracks. I'm like, okay, she's giving me something different.
Yeah.
But then she just F's it all.
Yeah, but you gotta understand also when it comes to artists like that, that's not their bag. They can give it to you like once or twice, and then they're gonna do their thing. Cause it's like with Drake. Drake can give us an album we want, but he's not.
And so how about this? The production was really solid on those 4 songs I told you, right?
Yeah. Then
it gets into that weak production that we usually hear.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, I get that you're gonna do that. Give me some good production behind it. Give me some good songwriting behind it. And like I said, it doesn't have to be lyrical, spiritual miracle.
Yeah,
but you can't talk about you being that being that one female rapper, and you don't bring it to me.
Yeah.
At least Nicki Minaj, she does have the pop songs. She got some standouts though.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, like Roman's Revenge, okay.
But you also gotta look at a lot of female rappers right now. They really don't hold it, especially in the mainstream. They don't hold a candle to like Nicki when it comes to her creativity.
I agree.
Like she's really creative.
Except for Doja.
Yeah, Doja's dope.
Yeah.
Doja's dope.
And Flo Milli, maybe.
Yeah, I'm saying they dope, but I'm saying
after.
creativity. I still think Nicki is still above them in a way. Like, just especially with rapping ability as well.
Okay,
like she's not even just like Doja. Yeah, she can do different flows and stuff like that. But like I'm saying, like we heard Nicki actually like beat out some of the top rappers on the song. Like she had the best verse on Monster. Like it's not many female artists that's having that moment like that,
or that will ever have that moment.
Ever have that moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know. I think she's a little different. She's in a different bracket when it comes to like her talent.
I agree. I think
Doja Nicki praise.
Oh yeah, but I think Doja may be the only person closest to that because Doja to me has great rapping ability, and obviously she can make great songs.
She has personality.
Exactly, and so for me, that's why for me, and like I said, I don't need the most lyrical, spiritual, miracle type things. Like I get that, and we'll talk about Flo Milli in a minute, but I'm just like I guess my thing is like change it up.
Yeah.
At least package it differently.
Yeah.
That's all my thing is. Okay. Because I'm like, Meg, it just sounds like every song on here is trying to aim for the radio, and obviously one is gonna stick.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I don't know. I just like, I don't know. Like, and like I said, I was thinking I'm just a woman hater at one point. But I'm like, I heard Doja Cat. I'm like, I love that. Listen to Flo Milli, what we're gonna talk about in a minute. I'll talk about that because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like Meg, like I really want to rep because you from H-Town, you from Texas.
But it's like
it's just disappointing. That's the thing.
But one thing with this program we're doing now, like we're new at it, and then like at the time, as we continue to do this, we can look back at some of the things that we thought about this artist, and maybe in the coming years, she gives you that project.
I do want to be.
So,
I do want to.
So it's dope that we have this documented. You know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna see, B. Even though we have some stuff. I remember I told you I listened to an old podcast when we talked about one of our albums. You felt the same way.
I just got the same thing, and I'm older, so it's just the same thing.
Yeah.
So Meg Thee Stallion, I do think that you have a great album ahead of you. I just don't know what it is, and I'm not really sure if Megan is going to be that one.
I think it's that maturity, bro. When she get a little older,
I think she's going to need that but also I don't want her to fall in that Houston rapper category where they just rapping. It's the same thing from back then. I'm like, no one's listening.
Then she started talking about riding old phones. Talking
about the candy paint dripping.
Candy paint dripping off her body or something.
Yeah, So Meg Thee Stallion, a good enough artist.
Yeah.
She could flow well. I'm like, but the lyrics, the subject matter, it just gets very tiring and boring when she doesn't repackage it enough or repackage it well enough.
Right.
So that's about it for Meg Thee Stallion. Next discography I got to get into though, Flo Milli.
Hey, she does.
I was unsure about Flo Milli because I heard the Never Lose Me. That was the first song I've ever heard from her. I've never heard anything else from her. I also heard this other song that was big on her second project that was on TikTok, but I didn't know that was Flo Milli.
Yeah.
And so, I was like, all right, Flo Milli. She has this little trilogy album title thing going on. And I heard her first album. I think she was like 19 when she did this. This came out 2020. H-Word, Why Is You Here?
Yeah.
Why
Are you here?
Yeah, and I heard it, and I was like, after I listened to it, I usually go to the Wikipedia to like see some of the ratings, and they was like, oh, this is like on the 200 best hip hop albums of all time, greatest hip hop projects of all time. Her first project, 200. It's on Rolling Stone's greatest 200
in the decades, in like past decade. Or?
I don't know the time frame, but it said of all time. So, and it's on Rolling Stones, and it's H-Word, Why Is You Here? And I heard that project, and I'm just like. I feel the energy.
Yeah.
I feel the vibe. I'm getting like a bit of a Uzi vibe in terms of like.
Oh, Milli shit.
She has the vibes and all that. I'm like, I don't get why this is the one. Yeah. Like why? Like same thing every song. Subject matter is the same every song. Yeah. At least she could at least give me different flows of it with it. And I'm like, all right, I see where this is going. She has room for growth.
She hails from Alabama, right?
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile.
And so I was like, I had to see it because I was like, where did she come from? Like I thought it was gonna be Florida.
Yeah.
So I went to the second project. I'm like, oh, this is good right here. I'm like, I'm in here. Flo Milli, you got me with the second project.
She dope, bro.
She had New York from, I Love New York.
Yeah.
Or For the
Tiffany,
Love of New York. Tiffany Pollard or whatever. That's what it's called, the intro. And Flo Milli, to me, she got range. She has variety on that second project. I'm like, this is great. Yeah. I'm like, I'm really liking this. Like, she got some pop sounding songs. She got some rapping songs. She got some just really good songs overall. And I'm not, like I said, I don't expect these girls to be like lyricists, especially off the singles I hear from them. I'm like, all right, I like Flo Milli. Yeah. Like I said, she does the usual girlisms in hip hop, or at least BBL girlisms. I'm like, all right, I'm liking this right here. Yeah. I'm like, all right. So I went to the third project. I'm like, am I going to get more of that or what? Like, what's happening right here, Flo Milli? And her third project came out this year.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. The beginning got me. I'm like, all right. The Never Lose Me came on. I hate the fact that she put the remix in the middle of the album and not the end because she put the original at the end. I'm like, no, you should have put the original right here. You should have put a remix at the end.
Yeah. She was trying to hit a remix first.
Yeah. So I really wish that the original because I do not like that Cardi B verse.
Yeah.
She just sounds off to me. And so last time I was going through the album and Gunna has a verse on there. I'm like, oh, this is perfect for Gunna. Yeah. I'm like, he about to be in his bag. Effed it up. He sounded like Meek Mill rapping on the goddamn song.
He in the other room. The beat. Look, it didn't sound good?
Yeah, he was yelling on the song. I'm like, the mic is right here. He's in the other room trying to yell the verse. I'm like, Gunna, you literally just have to come with the chill flow. Yeah. This is literally your bag. How do you F this up?
I want to switch it up
He F'd this song up for me. I'm like, I'm glad you the last verse. I can swoop. Yeah. But I gotta hear that. I gotta hear that hook one more time. Yeah. And so, Flo Milli got those man loving songs. Yeah. I'm like, all right, I see what you're doing here.
Catered to use.
Yes. I'm just like, I see where we going with this Flo Milli. I'm liking where we going right. But then I realized, coming from her second album, I'm glad I listened to them in order. She doesn't have as much variety from her second album.
Okay.
And so this album, the third one, the one that came out this year, and it's called, because the second album is called You Still Here, H-Word. Then the last album that came out, her latest one, Fine, H-Word, Stay.
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a solid project. But to me, it doesn't give me that variety like her second project did. And I'm just like, I'm like, I see why people said that this third album wasn't as good. I'm like, it's not bad. It's just not as good as that other one.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, and because she found that real good single and hit of Never Lose Me, she tries to kind of re-emulate that a few more times. I'm just like, I get it.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad. But this also isn't as great as the second project.
Yeah.
But either way, though, Flo Milli still gets me with her flows, with her energy. She gives me a bit of variety here and there. And like I said, you don't gotta be a lyricist to catch me. Yeah. It's more so about the pockets you catch. It's more so about the flows you get.
Yeah, the songwriting, the hooks, the nice hooks.
Exactly.
The beats, how you ride that beat. How she ride the beat, not the meat.
And like I said, for me, Flo Milli has great beat selections for me. And so I'm just like, Flo Milli got me.
Yeah.
So I am ready for her next project whenever it does come out. I'm not rushing it though.
Yeah.
But I am ready for it though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. I really like Flo Milli.
That's dope,
she got 3 projects in. Like I said, I thought I was gonna be the man hater, man.
Yeah.
2.
You mean a woman hater?
I mean, yeah, woman hater. I do. Well, I hate men too, but that's just because I hate people in general.
Yeah, facts.
So, I'm out of the 3 discographies I listen to, I'm 2-1 right now. I like 2 women. I didn't like 1.
Hey, it is what it is. Right. Like with Flo Milli, I never listened to any of her projects. Like, I think I actually like. It's just some women I'm just not gonna listen to. Like I hear some of her verses, I'm like, yo, she sounds dope, but I'm not gonna go to the project. See, you as a strong man. I know you have the time when you be driving doing your thing, but like, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I was gonna drop out B because I heard the first project, and like I said, I give it a bit more grace because it's her first project. But it still says 200 greatest hip hop albums of all time.
Hey, this is why you here, B. We need you for this deep diving and you go into these discographies, bro.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
And I was looking at it. I'm gonna torture myself next week.
Oh yeah, don't even tell me. I want to be surprised. Okay. I want to be surprised next week on what you deep dive into.
So yeah, next week, definitely anticipate who I'm gonna listen to. I think I'm gonna listen to 2 artists next week, 2 women artists, obviously. And I'll get back to y'all with that.
Yes, sir.
That's about it for my discography deep dives.